how's it going? Today we're going to go over how to draw Venom Godzilla Godzilla Venom versus Carnage King Kong. All right. So, if you like, drawing, learning how to draw your favorite characters like Godzilla, King Kong, Venom, all this stuff, hit the like button if you enjoy the idea, and also hit the subscribe if you like this sort of stuff, and hit the bell notification. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to go over here and start with the top of the head. It's going to be like kind of an L shape. I'm going to move down here for the front of the forehead, kind of the eyes, where that goes. I'm going to pull out. Oh, also I kind of scribbled in just so I can stay on the page, kind of where so this very like a literally 20-second scribble of where I want the characters to be placed, just in case you see something. Down here for the snout, and I'm gonna pull back, and he's gonna have this Venom smile thing, so I'm gonna curl it like that. I'm gonna go over here and start with the eye on the front here, and I'm gonna pull back. It's gonna be really big. Pull down, curl in like that. So it's got this really huge eye. I'm gonna go over here, start from the back corner of the mouth here, and I'm gonna pull down. I'm gonna throw a line right here because when Venom opens his mouth, so does Godzilla actually have this. He has this as well. There's a piece of skin there on the edge that lizards have. Both Venom and Godzilla have that, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to put in the top row of teeth there, and they're going to be relatively bigger than Godzilla's teeth as far as proportion goes. They're going to be a little bit skinnier. You see that? A little bit skinnier, a little bit longer. Like so. Going to go over here and pull the tongue out. All right, it's going to pull out there like in a curl. Gonna go over here, and I'm gonna draw the bottom row of teeth, at least some of them. More kind of drawing the bottom jaw, but also drawing those teeth. And I'm gonna pull back, and that's gonna go all the way over here to the jaw, back of the jaw. I'm gonna go over here to the neck, pull down. Gonna go back to the tongue, and I'm gonna give the tongue some thickness by pulling the same line here, pulling up, and I'm gonna pull a line here for the tongue, and a line below it, kind of fill that in. Okay, I'm gonna find his arm right here, and I'm gonna pull from here downward. I'm gonna go on this side and pull downward as well. I'm gonna go over here to the elbow and pull another line out. Go over here to the bottom, and I'm gonna pull a line there too, kind of tapers it to the wrist. Gonna find his thumb, like so. Pull back. Gonna go out here, down for one claw, pull up. Down for another claw, pull up. Down for one more, pull back to the wrist. Okay, doing good. Gonna go over here, and I'm gonna go down his back a little bit. So I'm gonna right here pull back just a bit, and I'm gonna throw the spike network on his back here. I'm gonna throw one right there. It's gonna intersect that line. Right here, I'm gonna do the layer on the front here, like the smaller ones. Like so. Like so. And I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna pull up just a bit, and I'm gonna find where it's touching the skin. See, they're like those little, almost like little islands. Now I'm gonna draw the middle one, so I'm gonna go over here, maybe draw one right there. Draw another, right so. Draw another that's bigger down. So it's kind of like 3 in 1 right there. I'm going to pull up again. Throw a couple of spikes up here because this is going to be the biggest one. And I'm going to throw a pretty big one that goes off the screen. And I'll throw one behind here too because there is some layering going on, as you can tell. All right. Gonna go pull down now onto the stomach area. And then his foot is going to come out the back here. Like so. Pull a line out here. Pull down. And pull the lower part of the leg and pull down. So that's going to go pretty much off the screen, or you could, I guess, draw the foot over here like so. Pulling down over here and over here as well. I have those claws right there on the floor. Gonna go over here, pull down the rest of the way. Pull down the leg where that's going off the page there. So let's draw Godzilla texture here. So I'm gonna draw a line here and a line over here all the way down to his leg area, because that's kind of the counter shading. He's got like a snake belly sort of thing going on, like a dragon belly. And I'm gonna draw a line over here, over here, over here, over here, over here, back and forth, finding those lines right there underneath. And I'm gonna pull occasionally lines the other direction to give it texture. And I'm going to do the same thing around his body too. So like right here, I'm going to pull thinner lines along him so he's got that texture going on. Like so. See, pulling these lines that are thinner because we want them to be thinner. And same thing around the leg as well. And we're pulling lines in the opposite direction to create, like scales of some kind, right? You want them to look scaly. Oops, daisy. Throwing a thicker line over here, a thicker line over here, thicker line, pretty much in the lower part of him because he's going to be catching more shadow. So I'm throwing a thicker line toward the bottom of him. All right, that's enough for him, for Godzilla Venom. Maybe throw some lines in the crevice of his mouth there. Let's go over to, actually I'm going to draw a thicker line right here underneath his jaw because that would be casting a shadow. And same thing over here with his tongue. All right, let's go over here to Kong. Okay, so let's go into Kong here. This Carnage Kong. I'm going to go over here by starting to draw his mouth open. And he has two big fangs on the top and the bottom. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to draw one fang here, small, 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 then another fang there. I'm going to go up here, curve around the top lip of the mouth there. Pulling up here, curve up, and we're about to go into the nose. So the nose is really like an M shape, just an M shape really. And we got two dots here, which kind of merge into one for the nostrils. Go over here for one side of the eye, the far side eye, curve back. And over here, we're going to have another eye, which is going to curve up over here and back. It's a little bit more wiggly because Carnage is pretty wiggly. I'm gonna pull down over here for the open mouth. Down. And we're gonna start with this fangs at the bottom here. Line over here, out. We're not gonna give him a tongue because, I don't know, he's not as famous for his tongue. Curving here for the bottom of the mouth. And down for the chin, pull out, back, up. Alrighty. Gonna pull back on the forehead over here. And he's gonna have that crazy, kind of that crazy brown away. And we're gonna pull back on his head. Let's find the back of his jaw over here. I'm gonna make it a little bit wiggly because he is gonna have a lot of carnage-isms where he has this kind of stuff, for example. Right, like the wiggliness, we're gonna draw that. That's more or less random, that wiggly tentacle. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Just wiggly tentacle, that's any which way you want, honestly. You can just draw like a wavy line and thicken that out. Curve over here. Gonna draw his chest. All right, we're gonna draw his chest now. So let's kind of get more or less ready for that. Right here, it's gonna be low here, curve up. So we have his chest there. Shoulder. I'm going to draw maybe like his hand over here open. So for example, we're going to draw his out right there. We're going to start drawing his claw out, up, down, like so. Out, up, down, like so. Out, up, down. Down over here, around the corner. And we're gonna have like the hand over here, like he's sticking his hand out forward. I'm gonna go over here, go down to the wrist, curve it around here, over here as well, curve it around here. We're gonna curve down. Curve up. Now we have his hand more or less extended forward at us. We're gonna have little tendrils sticking out of that as well, just to kind of give it that little carnage vibe here. I'm gonna go over here to this side. Shoulder on this side. Curve over here for the bicep area. And his hand is going to be going like at Godzilla, more or less, kind of ready to grab him. And so that's kind of what I'm going to do. Going to have it out here, and maybe we could draw some of the claw over here as well, kind of so that they overlap, so they look like they're in the same area. I'm going to pull down here for the torso, pulling down here on this side for the torso. Have his leg almost like a block because he's bending his knee and he's jumping. Curve over here, lower waist, over here as well. He's jumping up basically. And you're going to have his leg coming out and actually sticking downward because he's jumping up. And his legs are going to have claws on them the way Carnage would. Same thing on this side. So let's add some Carnage isms to him. So I'm going to draw a tentacle coming kind of on the side of his back over here. it's just a random wiggly tube pulling up. Same thing there. Angle out here for the cheekbone. Angle down. And I'm gonna do a couple of things here. Number one, I'm gonna, like right here, put a split in the chest, and I'm gonna draw dark coming out of the chest. Just coming out, and it goes out kind of like the way striations go out. It's like going outward, and that's Carnage design. Going down here as well. Kind of wraps around the muscularity as well over here on the shoulder, so it's going to be round here, and it's going to be just more or less combing over some of him. Same thing on here, the bicep. Curve around here, curve on this side. You could draw bolder lines around the eye. Line over here. And around the leg area as well, because that's, again, kind of taken from Carnage's whole spiel, pretty much. He'll kind of more or less do that. He's kind of, you can honestly just thicken the lines up around everything and really just kind of like pull little oozy stuff out. If you're not sure what to do, you could just pull like oozy stuff here. Let me make the mostly the toes black, I think, and then I'm gonna pull up here because he's got a lot of dark, like I said, and there's so much about Carnage that is so subjective. If you saw the last video, there's so much subjectivity in Carnage. It's like surprising how much subjectivity, because since he's so gooey, you can change up his design a lot. And I think that's one of the reasons why these characters are so popular, because you can make your own version of them so easily and just have it look, you know, pretty good. So it's kind of amazing. I'm going to fill in his mouth here. There's darkness in the mouth. And I'm going to put in another tendril coming out over here. And it's just going to be a tube, really, split at the end. And let's draw, like, I'll fill in some of the claws over here that's on the other side of Venom Godzilla's claw over here. If you like this idea, please hit the like. Also, share this with somebody that you think will enjoy this. You have been amazing for sticking around this long. You are awesome. And let me put some more dark over here on Venom Godzilla. Stick around for the color version that's coming up. I'm just going to speed it through it because I don't want you to take any more of your time. And just stick around for the color version that's coming up now, basically, I believe. Is it? Yeah, pretty much now. All right, let's kind of jump into the color.